Welcome to Unknown Crimes, the podcast that peels back the layers of fame to uncover the untold stories and mysteries behind the lives of those we thought we knew. Today, we examine the life of Liam Payne, a beloved star who rose to fame with One Direction, capturing hearts around the world. His journey from a small-town dreamer to a global icon was filled with dazzling highs and haunting lows. But behind the bright lights and chart-topping hits lay a darker tale of struggles, secrets, and, ultimately, tragedy. What really happened to Liam Payne? How did fame shape his life, and what led to his untimely end? Join us as we unravel the mystery, explore his legacy, and piece together the story the headlines never fully told. Liam James Payne was born into a working-class family, the youngest of 3 children. From an early age, Liam faced adversity, born 3 weeks premature and spending the first few years of his life in and out of the hospital. His health struggles gave him a resilience that would define much of his life. Despite these challenges, his passion for music was undeniable. He performed from a young age, inspired by icons like Justin Timberlake and Michael Jackson. By the time he reached his teenage years, Liam was determined to make his mark on the world. At just 14, he auditioned for the X Factor in 2008. Though his first attempt didn't lead to victory, it set the stage for something far greater. In 2010, he returned to the X Factor, determined and more polished. This time, fate intervened. Judges Simon Cowell, Nicole Scherzinger, and Lewis Walsh decided to group him with 4 other talented young singers: Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Louis Tomlinson, and Zayn Malik. Together, they formed One Direction. What began as a last-minute decision turned into one of the greatest success stories in pop music history. One Direction exploded onto the scene, their debut single What Makes You Beautiful topping charts worldwide. Fame came fast and hard. With millions of fans, sold-out tours, and a relentless schedule, Liam was living a dream, but it wasn't without a cost. Behind the scenes, the pressures of fame were immense. The whirlwind of constant attention, grueling travel, and the burden of always being in the public eye took a toll on Liam's mental health. He struggled with anxiety and spoke openly about his battles with addiction in later years. But as One Direction reached the height of their fame, cracks began to form. In 2015, Zayn Malik left the band, and soon after, the group announced an indefinite hiatus. Liam, like his bandmates, launched a solo career, finding success with hits like Strip That Down. However, the road to solo stardom wasn't as smooth as it seemed. Solo career and struggles after One Direction's hiatus in 2016. Each member set out to find their own path in the music industry. For Liam Payne, the transition from boy band member to solo artist was filled with both anticipation and pressure. The expectations were sky high. Fans who had followed his journey since the X Factor waited eagerly to see how he would redefine himself outside of the group that had catapulted him to stardom. In 2017, he debuted his first solo single, Strip That Down, featuring Quavo. The song was a commercial success, reaching the top 10 in several countries and achieving multi-platinum status. It was a confident, bass-heavy track that signaled a departure from the clean-cut image of One Direction. Liam was eager to show a more mature, edgier side. But with its suggestive lyrics and R&B influences, the single also sparked mixed reactions among fans. While Strip That Down was a hit, subsequent releases struggled to replicate its success. Singles like Bedroom Floor and Familiar with J Balvin had moderate chart performances but didn't dominate the airwaves the way One Direction's songs had. His debut album, LP1, released in 2019, was met with lukewarm reviews. Critics pointed out its lack of cohesive direction and over-reliance on trend-driven production. For many, it felt like Liam was still searching for his authentic voice as a solo artist. Behind the scenes, the challenges of finding his footing in a competitive music landscape were compounded by personal struggles. Liam spoke openly about battling anxiety and the immense pressure to deliver as a solo performer. Unlike in One Direction, where success was a shared burden, the spotlight was now solely on him. In interviews, he reflected on the difficulty of living up to the standards set by his earlier fame. He described moments of feeling lost, overwhelmed by expectations, and consumed by the need to maintain public perception. His honesty about his experiences with alcohol abuse and mental health issues. Despite these struggles, Liam remained determined. He continued to release music and engage with his fans, using his platform to advocate for mental health awareness. But the journey wasn't without stumbles. Public controversies, including some ill-received social media posts and interviews, occasionally overshadowed his artistic efforts. Personal life and relationships. While Liam Payne's professional life was a roller coaster, his personal life was no less dramatic. His romantic relationships became the subject of intense media scrutiny, adding another layer of pressure to his already high-profile existence. One of the most talked about chapters in Liam's life was his relationship with Cheryl Tweedy, former member of Girls Aloud and a judge on The X Factor. The two began dating in 2016, a romance that caught the world by surprise due to their significant age difference. Cheryl was 33, while Liam was just 22. The relationship quickly became tabloid gold, with headlines speculating about everything from their private lives to their future together. In 2017, the couple welcomed a son, Bear Gray Payne. The birth of his son was a moment of joy for Liam, who often spoke with pride about fatherhood. However, behind the smiles, cracks began to form in the relationship. By mid-2018, Liam and Cheryl announced their split, citing the typical reasons of busy schedules and growing apart. The breakup was amicable, but it didn't escape public scrutiny. The pressures of navigating parenthood and global fame while dealing with a highly publicized breakup weighed heavily on Liam. Following the split, Liam's romantic life remained a staple of gossip columns. He dated model Maya Henry, a relationship that saw its fair share of ups and downs. In 2020, they became engaged, and fans eagerly awaited wedding bells. However, just 2 years later, the engagement was called off twice. Their on-again, off-again relationship became a whirlwind of rumors, Instagram unfollows, and cryptic social media posts. In one particularly public incident, Liam faced backlash after being spotted with another woman shortly after his breakup with Maya. The tabloids had a field day, painting a picture of a man struggling to find stability in love. Social media, often both a blessing and a curse for celebrities, amplified every misstep, making it nearly impossible for him to escape the relentless gaze of public opinion. But relationships weren't Liam's only challenge. His personal struggles extended to issues of self-identity and mental health. In a candid interview, he admitted to making mistakes in his personal life and taking responsibility for the consequences of his actions. He spoke of feeling trapped in a cycle of fame-driven choices that didn't always reflect who he truly was. The constant scrutiny, he confessed, led to feelings of isolation and a growing reliance on alcohol to cope with the pressures. By 2023, the narrative around Liam's personal life was one of redemption, or so it seemed. He was vocal about working on himself, embracing therapy, and focusing on being a better father to Bear. However, the relentless pull of fame, combined with personal demons, was a battle he would continue to fight. The world was unprepared for the news that would shatter millions of hearts. On October 16, Liam Payne's life came to a sudden and tragic end. His death, like his fame, was public and raw, leaving questions that have yet to be fully answered. In early October 2024, Liam Payne and his girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, traveled to Buenos Aires, Argentina, to attend Neil Horan's concert at the Movie Star Arena. Liam shared his excitement on social media, posting videos en route to the event and expressing his anticipation for reuniting with Neil. During the concert, Liam and Kate were seen enjoying the performance, with Liam enthusiastically dancing and engaging with the crowd. He shared moments from the evening on Snapchat, including a heartfelt message, "So happy I got to see Neil in concert." In the days leading up to Liam Payne's tragic death on October 16, 2024, his girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, departed from Argentina, where they had been vacationing together. Initially planning a 5-day trip, the couple extended their stay to 2 weeks. However, Cassidy chose to return to Florida alone, citing readiness to leave after the extended stay. She shared her travel back to Miami on social media, but did not publicly disclose the reasons for her early departure. Reports indicate that following Kate's departure, Liam's behavior became increasingly erratic. Witnesses observed him acting unpredictably in the hotel lobby, and he was reportedly involved in heavy drinking and substance use. While the exact reasons for Kate's early departure remain unconfirmed, the timing coincides with reports of Liam's escalating erratic behavior, leading to speculation that his actions may have influenced her decision to leave. In the week leading up to his death, Liam Payne was involved in legal disputes with his ex-fiancée, Maya Henry. Henry, a 23-year-old model from Texas, issued a cease and desist letter to Payne, alleging that he had been persistently contacting her, her family, and friends through various means, including multiple phone numbers and iCloud accounts. Henry claimed that Payne's repeated attempts to reach her were causing significant distress. In a TikTok video posted on October 6, 2024, Henry detailed her experiences, stating, "Ever since we broke up, he messages me, will blow up my phone, not only from his phone, it's always from different phone numbers too. So I never know where it's gonna come from." She further alleged that Payne also contacted her mother and friends in attempts to reach her. These legal challenges reportedly had a profound impact on Payne. Sources close to him indicated that he felt extremely overwhelmed by the ongoing legal issues with Henry. This emotional strain occurred during a period when Payne was also dealing with other personal challenges. Moments before, it's believed the 31-year-old had been under the influence of drink or drugs, local media reports. In a desperate call made to emergency services, hotel staff requested urgent support, with a receptionist telling the phone operator, "We have a guest who's off his head on drugs and is destroying everything in his room. We need someone to come." After the line disconnected, the receptionist continued, "I don't know if the guest's life is in danger. The room has a balcony and we are afraid he might do something." Then just seconds later, the receptionist made the following heartbreaking clarification, "Just send an ambulance." Only an ambulance. Witnesses close to the hotel have claimed that Liam had endured a psychotic episode in the moments leading up to his death. An office worker who was close to the Casa Sur hotel claimed that the on-site masseuse said Liam was acting erratically. On the marble kitchen counter, prescription bottles were scattered. The labels revealed a troubling mix, pink cocaine, a rare and potent variant of the drug, known for its distinctive hue due to impurities or cutting agents. It has been linked to more intense effects and a higher risk of overdose when mixed with other depressants. Alprazolam, Xanax, a prescription benzodiazepine used to treat anxiety, known for its calming effect but dangerously addictive, especially when combined with alcohol or opioids. Oxycodone, a prescription opioid painkiller often misused for its euphoric effects. Ambien, Zolpidem, a sedative hypnotic prescribed for insomnia, known to cause blackouts and erratic behavior when misused. MDMA, ecstasy/Molly, a small plastic bag containing crystalline MDMA, typically used for its mood-enhancing effects. Ketamine, found in a vial, this dissociative anesthetic has both medical and recreational uses, known for causing hallucinations and sedation. Alcohol, a bottle of whiskey was found half empty, its contents contributing to the dangerous cocktail of substances. Experts later explained that the combination of depressants, Xanax, Ambien, and alcohol, with stimulants, cocaine and MDMA, created a lethal synergy. The substances amplified each other's effects, leading to respiratory failure and eventual cardiac arrest. Investigating his final hours, in the hours before Liam Payne's tragic fall from the 7th-floor balcony of his luxury hotel in Buenos Aires, a storm of chaos, conflict, and inner turmoil unraveled, a bitter crescendo to a life that had been spiraling for years. Hours before, a woman, only known as Rebecca, who had a half-hour chat with Liam in the hotel lobby, described him as desperate to be recognized. She claimed he announced himself, unprompted, shouting "I'm Liam," to a queue of guests waiting for the lift, who weren't bothered about who he was. She said that Liam returned to the lobby with his laptop. Surmising that he'd spotted an email that upset him, Rebecca said, Suddenly he took the computer, shouted F**k this S** teammate, and started bashing the computer on the ground. The singer's out-of-place behavior shocked onlookers in the high-end hotel, but concerned. Rebecca said she asked him if he was okay. She explained, but he just kind of grunted. Then he said, I used to be in a boy band. That's why I'm so **cat up. Shocked at his admission, she saw him get back in the lift, before a British guy apologized to the group on his behalf, saying Liam gets so high sometimes. She added that he fell over when he returned to the lobby, with staff helping him into the lift. Aftermath: the balcony railings were examined, and while foul play was initially suspected, forensic reports pointed to a combination of intoxication and loss of balance as the most likely cause. The news of Liam Payne's death spread like wildfire, sending shockwaves through a world that had grown up with his voice, his charm, and his vulnerability. From the bustling streets of Buenos Aires, where his life came to a tragic end, to the quiet corners of small towns, fans everywhere came together in an outpouring of grief and love. In London, where his journey began, thousands of fans gathered outside his old home and at iconic landmarks like the O2 Arena. Bouquets of white lilies and sunflowers, symbols of peace and joy, were laid alongside handwritten letters. Many clutched photos from his One Direction days, while others left lyrics from Little Things and For You scrawled on posters. A vigil by candlelight illuminated the streets, as voices joined in a hauntingly beautiful chorus of You and I. In Los Angeles, a digital billboard lit up Sunset Boulevard with a tribute reading, Forever in Our Hearts. Liam Payne, 1993 to 2024. Fans gathered beneath it, sharing stories of how his music had shaped their lives. Tears mixed with smiles as they recalled his boyish grin and his heartwarming interviews. In Buenos Aires, the hotel where he spent his final moments became a site of pilgrimage. People left flowers, candles, and messages of sorrow. One note simply read, You fought so hard. Rest easy now. Others scribbled messages of love in Spanish, Siempre serás parte de nosotros. A lone guitarist played Story of My Life as passers-by joined in song, creating a moment of raw, shared humanity. Social media exploded with heartfelt tributes. The hashtags #RipLiamPayne and #ThankYouLiam trended globally within hours. Former bandmates shared personal memories. Harry Styles posted a black-and-white photo of them laughing backstage, captioned with a broken heart emoji. Niall Horan shared a tearful post message, saying, You were my brother. I'll miss you forever. Louis Tomlinson called him a legend and a friend. Around the world, radio stations played back-to-back hits from his solo career and One Direction's greatest songs. Candlelight vigils filled parks, plazas, and stadiums as fans united in grief, reminding everyone that his music would live on, a legacy of melodies that touched millions. Liam Payne's funeral was a solemn yet deeply heartfelt tribute to a life that had touched millions. On a grey autumn afternoon in London, close family, friends, and fans gathered to bid farewell to the man who had once lit up the world's stages and hearts. The service was held at St. Luke's Church, a small, historic chapel near his childhood home. The bell tolled softly as mourners arrived. His parents, Jeff and Karen, walked arm in arm, their faces etched with grief. Liam Payne's casket was carried to his funeral in Amersham, Buckinghamshire on November 20, 2024 in a white horse-drawn hearse. The hearse was decorated with floral tributes that spelled out the words son and daddy. Former bandmates Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Louis Tomlinson, and Zayn Malik were all attended dressed in black. The four musicians were photographed separately as they each entered the church where the private service is taking place. In Amersham, Buckinghamshire, many celebrities' friends attended Liam Payne's funeral, including Simon Cowell, James Corden, Rochelle and Marvin Humes, Jamie Scott, Lauren Silverman, Damian Hurley, Nicola Roberts, and Kimberly Walsh. Dozens of locals and fans have also gathered outside the church to pay their final respects to the singer. Following the tragic death of Liam Payne on October 16, 2024, in Buenos Aires, Argentina, 5 individuals have been charged in connection with the incident. Individuals charged: Rogelio Noers, an Argentine businessman and friend who accompanied Payne during his stay. Noers has been charged with manslaughter, accused of failing to prevent the circumstances leading to Payne's death. Esteban Grassi, the manager of the Casa Sur hotel where Payne was staying, charged with manslaughter. The manager is alleged to have neglected safety protocols that could have averted the fatal incident. Gilda Martin, the chief receptionist at the hotel, also facing manslaughter charges. This individual is accused of failing to ensure Payne's safety during his stay. Brian Noel Pais, a former employee of the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel, accused of supplying drugs to Payne prior to his death. Pais faces charges that could lead to a prison sentence of up to 15 years if convicted. Charged with supplying drugs to Payne, alleged to have provided the substances found in his system post-mortem. Ezekiel David Pereira, a 21-year-old hotel worker who allegedly provided cocaine to Payne. Pereira initially evaded arrest but later surrendered to the police. He also faces serious charges related to drug supply, with potential imprisonment of 4 to 15 years upon conviction. This individual faces charges for supplying drugs to Payne and has been ordered into pretrial detention. Legal proceedings: the charges range from manslaughter to the supply of narcotics, with potential penalties varying based on individual involvement and the outcomes of ongoing investigations. The legal process is in its early stages, and all accused parties are presumed innocent until proven guilty. On January 9, 2025, 5 individuals have been charged in connection with the tragic death of Liam Payne in Buenos Aires, Argentina. The legal proceedings are ongoing, and no verdicts have been reached yet. If convicted, they could face between 4 and 15 years in prison. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the life, legacy, and tragic end of Liam Payne. His story reminds us of the cost of fame and the unseen battles that many face. If you found this episode moving or insightful, please take a moment to subscribe to Unknown Crimes and leave us a comment. Your thoughts and support help us continue to explore the untold stories behind the headlines. Until next time, stay curious, stay compassionate, and remember, every story has more than one side.